Welcome everyone to the Major WF Pods YouTube channel. I am your host, Matt Cardona, aka the $1,000 Broski, aka the Michael Jordan of wrestling figure collecting. And today, right now, you're in my office. I say office because there's some figures over there, there's a giant Slimer over there, there's a Leonardo over there, a bunch of cool things. But today, we are in store for a retro review, a vintage unboxing, if you will. And today, the vintage unboxing is a 2008 WWE Jakks Pacific Treacherous Trios featuring Edge, Kurt Hawkins, and me. So this is it right here. My first ever action figure, Treacherous Trios Series 2. That's an 8 actually. Series 8, or 2 or 8. Being a lifelong wrestling figure fan, a lifelong wrestling figure collector, a lifelong WWE fan, to finally get my own action figure. I mean, I really can't even describe it. It is literally a dream come true. And here it is, with my best friend, with my Uncle Adam. What a great 3-pack. If it wasn't for Edge, Hawkins and I would have been fired in 2007. The Major Brothers weren't really working out. And we came up with this idea to be Edge's cronies, to be his two minions, to be his two bodyguards. The bodyguards thing didn't really work out. We became his bump and feeders, his jabronis, his Edge guys. But without Edge, I truly believe that Hawkins and I would have never gotten the opportunity to further advance our WWE careers. I probably wouldn't be here right now. I probably wouldn't have a house. I probably wouldn't have a toy room. I probably wouldn't be the Michael Jordan of wrestling figure collecting. So I guess technically, Edge, if you're watching, I owe it all to you, man. Look at this 3-pack. I mean, Edge, Hawkins, Ryder. And if you look at the back, you can see the other people in the set. You can see Deuce, Domino, and Cherry, Triple H, John Cena, and Orton, and then us, the Edgeheads. So we're in good company. And if you look at the back here, you can see that the Edge is slightly different. Well, not slightly, completely different than what was to come out. This is the purple, gray, and white, and the black camo, the leather trench coat. And this is just some low decal, low deco gray. So it is what it is. That's so Jakks. I do think these head sculpts for Hawkins and I were originally, or maybe, or could have been for the Major Brothers. I mean, Jakks at this time, they made everybody. They made the Highlanders. They made the Spirit Squad. They made the Gemini. So I can believe that Jakks may have made the Major Brothers. These little black hair ties that we used to wear around our neck, Jakks didn't include that, which sucks, but beggars can't be choosers. We finally got our own fig. And now it's finally time. It's finally time to not let them breathe, but let me breathe. Oh, yeah. All right. Yes. Smells like 2008. Here we are right here. Edge, Hawkins, Ryder. What a great 3-pack. The Edgeheads, La Familia. Let's start with Edge first, the leader of the Edge Army, the leader of the Edgeheads. He comes with this Money in the Bank briefcase, but his right hand is closed, so he can't hold it, and his left hand doesn't quite hold it. But by this time, he already cashed in the Money in the Bank, so I guess he's just going to the office with this thing, so garbage. Figure's still pretty cool. Ruthless aggression, the articulation's there, the playability is there. It's got all the tattoos, which is cool. I'll never forget when we had the tattoos drawn onto us. It was a pain in the ass. They used like Sharpie, permanent marker, and it was supposed to be a one-night thing. So all night we're rubbing it off. And the next day we're rubbing it off. And then we get to SmackDown, and they wanted the tattoos again. So we had to do it all over again. And then that was it. No more tattoos after that. It's got the Rated R Superstar. It's got the R, the trunks, the kick pads. Got the kick pad mold. Head looks like Edge. I mean, it's not the best Edge figure ever, but it's certainly not the worst. Definitely a great Edge figure. It's honestly been a while since I held these figures in my hand. They're incredible. This is the Edge gear that we wore, we debuted in, at Armageddon 2007 when we hid under the ring and pretended to be Edge. And we fooled Undertaker. What up, dude? We fooled Batista. What up, Dave? And we helped Edge become the World Heavyweight Champion. But this Hawkins great. It's got the fist taped up. I like the attention to detail here with the rated R wristbands up on the forearm. That is what Brian did on both forearms there. Kick pads. I mean, from the kick pads all the way up to his baby blue eyes, this figure is pretty damn sweet. And of course, I saved the best for last. My first ever figure, Zack Ryder, Edgehead. He's got the mean... Here's a little trivia fact. I didn't even get scanned for this. This was sculpted. So they did a pretty good job for no real scan. This was not real scan technology. I don't know if this was supposed to be for the Major Brothers. We don't know for sure. But, I mean, my very first figure is I'm wearing this Chalkline jacket. By the way, use code MAJOR15 to save 50% off at Chalkline. Get all the, the jackets, the shorts, all that cool stuff. But what I was about to say was, you can't tell because I'm wearing this sweet Chalkline jacket, but I have goosebumps right now just looking at this figure. It doesn't get old. It never gets old. Every time I get a new Mattel figure, it's still surreal to me. I was a kid who grew up wanting to be a WWE superstar, wanting to have my own action figure, playing with action figures, have my own fig fed, and now here it is. And if I was still having a fig fed, he'd be the champ. He would never lose. He would be, my t-shirt, never defeated. I'd really be never defeated. It's got the removable elbow pads. It's also got the double wristbands that I used to wear back in the day. Like Hawkins had them on the forearm. I did the double all the way down to the tights, the rated R, the kick pads. Beautiful. So what a lot of you might not know is that this figure was supposed to come with a plain gray beanie. I used to wear a plain gray beanie, or as they say in Canada, a toque, to kind of differentiate from Hawkins because we already looked too damn similar. We were in the matching Edge gear, so at least people would know, oh, that's the guy who wears the hat. And how do I know it was supposed to come with a gray beanie? Because I have the hand-painted prototype. What's even cooler than finally getting my own action figure was to be able to keep the prototype. Jeremy and everyone from Jakks, they knew Hawkins and I were diehard fans, diehard collectors, so they sent us our prototypes, and this is beautiful. It has the removable beanie. Everything is pretty much the same. The hair is a little different. Skin tone's a little different. The left hand's open here. It's closed on the release. Not a big deal. The biggest difference, I think, is the extra detail on the kick pads. It's pretty damn cool that I'm standing here, the host of the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast on the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast YouTube channel, talking about wrestling figures, talking about my very first action figure, my very first wrestling figure. So thanks very much for watching. I'm going to put Hawkins where he belongs, on my back, because I'm carrying him, but then I'll go on Edge's back, because he's carrying us both. And until next time, guys, let him breathe, like, subscribe, leave a comment, do everything, and keep scratching that figure itch.